It's the other 46%.
So why not try to get worse? Sell off pieces as CC suggested a month ago.
I completely agree that you are a seller right now, and you're not a buyer. I know Jerry Jones said after might make moves. With all due respect, why? There is not a one move that is going to transform this football team and make you real. You're not. You thought you were X. You miscalculated. That's your problem.
Dan, staying in the NFC East, I know this is going to sound weird to say this about somebody that took a team to the Super Bowl.
I totally agree with you, and I know what you're going to say.
But can the Philadelphia Eagles win a championship with Nick Sirianni as their head coach?
Not this version of Nick Sirianni. No, I like this football team. I don't trust the coach. I don't trust the coach in game management, situational football management. And I not only that, I don't trust him when it comes to comparing him to a Dan Campbell or Sean McVay or Dan Quinn. That's another thing, Cowboys fans. Go watch Washington and how situationally prepared they are, and then compare it to where you are. I love what Philadelphia is doing. I really do. I really believe in this football team now. The quarterback run is back. The shots on offense, it's one of the most explosive offenses in football. No coach takes points off the board more than Nick Sirianni. There's a difference between aggression and reckless. It's the same thing with Jordan Love. There's a difference between aggression and reckless. And Sirianni right now lives in the reckless, as does Jordan too much. And I don't trust him when everything's on the line.
You took the words out of my mouth. I wanted to ask you about Jordan Love. Another interception, pick six, critical moment yesterday. What are you seeing from him? Is this something that you think can be corrected? Or is this something that we're going to have to live with as Packers fans when it comes to Jordan Love?
1,000% could be corrected.
Okay.
1,000%. This is when do you grow up from being a gunslinger? Everyone loves the term gunslinger because it means you're super talented until it costs your team wins. I said this a couple weeks ago. I think this is the greatest challenge in Matt LaFleur's career because you love how Jordan is. You love it, but you have to coach the reckless out of him. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to make them cautious. And that's hard. That is a hard coaching kind of balance to kind of, this offense can be so good when he's an aggressive player, but that's not aggression, that pick six. That's reckless. It's the same one that he did against the Los Angeles Rams. It's quite literally the same thing. He's running backwards to his right, getting dragged to the ground, and he just floats the ball out there. So I'm not overly concerned. I thought this game was a little bit closer than the score kind of led. The weather elements, there was drops. One was a touchdown, 3 were for first downs. But they've got to coach that out of him. Josh Allen had a little bit of this early in his career. It's a little bit of like you got to grow up, dude. You got to mature. Gary Kubiak said this to me when I was a young player, and I was never what Jordan is. You got to understand that everybody in the building's job, not yours, everybody's job in that building on a play-by-play basis is in your hands. Everyone's. And once you kind of really feel it changes the way you value the football in those moments.
Why people don't understand that, and that's what you're saying in this spot to some extent here. We're talking with Dan Orlovsky, an NFL analyst. Last thing here, I know you got to get up at 8 a.m. Eastern. Because?
I mean, at some point, when he's the really at worst second-best player in the game, for years on years on years, you give it to him. I don't know what his touchdown to turnover total is this year. It's got to be something like 20-2 or 20-3. Yep. He's playing remarkable football, and there's no doubt about it. We could be very real. He's also doing it in comparison to Jared, in comparison to like a Jaden, the least talented or high-end talent group is.
Always great stuff. Dan Orlovsky. Remember the Thursday Night Football.
Oh my gosh, what a big game.
Cincinnati.
I'm going to go